recently the asshole-in-chief instituted a travel and immigration ban, and we are fucking pissed about it.
Yeah, we're a little bit late to this one.
Well, that's because we only record once a week.
Well, you knew it was coming anyway. Let's just get into it.
So, by now, I hope we don't have to describe the travel ban to you, but basically
We will anyway. Come on, let's do it.
7 of the Muslim countries that had nothing to do with any of the terror attacks in recent memory.
Any of the fatal ones.
Any of the fatal terrorist attacks.
There was the one in Ohio State, but there was no fatalities in that.
And also, I don't think that person... Did that person come from one of the countries that was banned?
Yes.
Okay. So...
I don't remember which one, but it was one of them.
Okay. But people, countries...
Legally, though. He came legally.
Legally. Countries that are majority Muslim and had nothing to do with fatal terrorist attacks in recent memory were banned from sending people to the country because Trump.
And it's not even if you're, like, just from there. There was a lot of issues right at the start, especially with what if they already have green cards? What if they're dual citizens with, like, Britain? That was an issue. And it eventually got cleared up, so I think now if you have dual citizenship or a green card, you're allowed in.
I'm not quite sure about that, and it's got a lot of layers to it. It's people coming into the country will be prioritized if they are from
if they are a minority religious group in their country,
which means Christians in Muslim countries.
If you're Christian, you get to be pushed to the front of the line.
Because remember, America now has a state-sponsored religion.
Don't even joke about that, man.
It's Steve Bannon and Mike Pence are in power.
We're going to have to talk about Steve Bannon's security council too, aren't we?
Oh yeah, we got lots
That's
of videos.
another video, not this one.
Go watch that after you finish watching this. So,
if we've even have it up.
Yeah, probably.
Because we're going to put this up before we record it.
True. So, don't even really necessarily want to talk about the travel ban and the terrible things that it's doing, and the fact that people say that it will help ISIS recruit, which I believe is totally true, but we don't need to go in that.
Yeah. Yeah, it is totally true.
I want to talk about Donald Trump saying that the ban was necessary action for protecting religious freedom.
In what universe?
Not the one that I'm sitting in.
Alright.
So yeah, what the hell?
The funniest thing. Okay, not the funniest thing. I'm going to bring something else up, and we're going to have to pause the recording so I can bring up the video. But Trump said this is about preventing bad dudes. I'm doing air quotes there because there were quotes in the tweet.
Bad hombres?
The bad hombres. We got a lot of bad dudes out there, guys, from entering the country. Now, he said when this first dropped, that was a few days later, but when it first dropped, he said that it was about terrorism. And like we said, the 7 countries have nothing to do with terrorism. And also, a lot of people have done some research, and a lot of the countries that have been responsible for terrorists in the United States that weren't on the list, Trump has business dealings with.
The almighty dollar. The real reason.
The almighty dollar that Trump already kind of hurt.
Yeah.
Trump's making himself less wealthy in his attempt to make himself more wealthy.
This man is the idiot in chief, after all.
Yep. What else would you expect?
Yeah, from what I understand, in all of the countries that you would assume, if we were going to have a racist ban, would be racistly banned, there is a Trump hotel in those countries.
For example, Saudi Arabia.
Trump hotel.
And actually 7 businesses that he registered during the campaign. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It just hurts my head.
I noticed the face palm is pretty hard.
I think at some point in time we should interview somebody that voted for Trump. Because I want to know why.
Yeah.
I just want to hear.
See, I was thinking the other day, like, if you guys didn't notice, we posted our political compass readings on Twitter.
Yeah.
I was thinking it might be interesting to try to have our parents take the political compass test.
Ooh. Completely authoritarian and as far to the right as possible?
I don't think they'd be...
Positive 10, positive 10?
I don't think they'd be completely authoritarian.
Yeah, no, I just like making fun of them.
I don't think Mom would be very authoritarian, though, actually.
He would be.
He'd probably be pretty solidly authoritarian.
Yeah. But it's actually a really fun test to take, and you guys should do it as well. But it's off topic.
Shall we link it in the description?
We will absolutely link it in the description.
It's linked in the description. Check it. It's down there. Promise.
I'm reading the Reuters article on Trump saying that the travel ban was needed to ensure religious freedom. Which again, what?
Oh wait. Also, let's
go for it.
Let's comment. He and Sean Spicer want you to know it is not a Muslim ban. He and Sean Spicer also want you to know it's a Muslim ban. Okay, so that's what I was
Fact
mentioning.
and alternative fact.
You decide which is which, and we're gonna help you for a little bit here because Jake Tapper went in on Trump. I'm gonna pull up that recording now. So 1 second.
He's also made very clear that this is not a Muslim ban. It's not a travel ban. It's a vetting system to keep America safe. That's it. It can't be a ban if you're letting 1 million people in. If 325,000 people from another country can't come in, that is by nature not a ban.
Not a ban. Okay. But I could have sworn I heard somebody in the Trump administration using the term ban before. Was it possibly President Trump on Twitter? Quote, if the ban were announced with a 1-week notice, the bad would rush into our country during that week. A lot of bad dudes out there. Now, Sean Spicer was in fact asked about the president's use of the word ban in that tweet today.
He's using the words that the media is using.
Okay. So though the president put bad and dudes in quotation in that tweet, and he didn't use quotations for ban, he was merely using the term that the media is unfairly using. It seems odd, though, right? If you object to the term, you shouldn't use it, right?
It's a 90-day ban to ensure that we have further vetting restrictions so that we know who's coming to this country.
Okay, but to be fair, that was Sean Spicer on Sunday. Surely he has not used the term ban since then, such as, I don't know, last night when he spoke at George Washington University.
Let me just walk through the TikTok. One, the ban deals with 7 countries that the Obama administration had previously identified as needing further travel restrictions.
Okay, everybody clear now? Nobody should follow the lead of the biased media and call the executive action a ban.
So yeah, they called it a ban, and then they didn't call it a ban, and then they called it a ban again.
No, I think you got the order wrong. They called it a ban, then they called it a ban, and then they're like, no, the media called it a ban. We didn't call it a ban, even though they called it a ban.
So yeah, they're definitely just trying to ban all Muslims from entering the country.
But it's like, I'm sure everyone's heard about this already. Rudy Giuliani, in his infinite stupidity, went on, I forget what news show it was.
A news show.
And said, I'll give you the whole story. Trump came to me and said, how do I make a Muslim ban that's legal? How do I make this legal?
I can't hear that and not laugh.
God damn, you're dumb. Like, you're basically saying that the president came to you and said, hey, how do I violate the First Amendment and get away with it?
I mean, at least...
And you tried to help him.
At least Giuliani was being honest in that moment where he was
like, yeah, he was honest to a fault.
Well, no, I mean, I really do appreciate him letting us know what's going on because holy hell.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, like, for him politically, that was a terrible move.
Yeah, absolutely, but he's never been the smartest person in the world.
But he was there when 9/11 happened. He was the mayor of New York.
Fact. He was the mayor of New York when 9/11
happened. And if you
happened.
don't know that, Rudy Giuliani really wants you to know that.
Yeah, because he was the mayor when it happened.
He was the mayor when 9/11 happened.
And apparently that's a qualifying statement right there.
Yep, that's
the one thing that I really want to say about this whole story before we wrap up is that I've read a couple of articles now, and probably about 5 or 6, and I haven't been able to find how Trump has made the statement, this travel ban is for U.S. religious freedom, work in his own mental gymnastics.
Yeah, that did we already mention that that's something he said?
Yeah.
Okay. He said that, and it's just like, yeah, it's for U.S. religious freedom, except for the religion that we're discriminating against.
Yeah, and specifically for the religion that is state-sponsored.
Stop saying state-sponsored.
It is.
It's not. It's just sponsored by people in the State Department.
It's sponsored by people leading the State Department.
Yep.
I would call that maybe state-sponsored. It's a fuck-up.
State Department sponsored, not legally state sponsored.
Well, okay, legally,
Yet.
Christianity is not the United States official religion, but the government acts like it is.
Did you see Jon Stewart went on Stephen Colbert's show?
I did not.
I'll have to show you that after this, because he did basically a prediction of Trump's next executive orders, and one of them is the United States' new official language, because we don't have an official language. He predicts that they're going to put in an official language, and that language, you might think English. No, it's bullshit. He has instructed all of his staff to speak only in bullshit.
For some reason, I thought you were going to say American, but bullshit's even better.
Yeah, all right. This video's getting a bit long. More on the way.
Y'all have a fun one.
Bye-bye.